Imagine this. A Hollywood legend walks into a dusty diner at 2 a.m., orders nothing, and 5 minutes later a pregnant waitress is crying in his arms. What Keanu Reeves did next didn't just change her night. It rewired her entire future. Stay with me until the final frame, because the twist at the end will leave you speechless. The neon sign above Rosie's diner flickered like a tired heartbeat, buzzing open to the empty highway outside. Inside, the air smelled of burnt coffee and bleach. Sarah Miller, 7 months pregnant, apron stretched tight across her belly, balanced 3 plates on one arm and a coffee pot in the other. Her feet throbbed in shoes 2 sizes too small. The swelling had started weeks ago, but new sneakers weren't in the budget. At 1:47 a.m., the bell above the door jingled. Sarah didn't look up. Truckers, drifters, the occasional cop. Everyone blurred together after the dinner rush. She called out the usual, "Seat yourself, I'll be right there," voice raspy from 12 hours of forced cheer. The man who slid in a booth wore a black hoodie pulled low, beard scruff shadowing a jawline that looked vaguely familiar. He didn't touch the laminated menu. Instead, he watched Sarah wipe down the counter with the same rag she'd been using since 6 p.m. When she finally approached, pen poised, he spoke so softly she had to lean in. "Decaf, please. And are you okay?" Sarah laughed, short, brittle. "Define okay." "Baby's doing somersaults, rinse late, and the cook just quit. But sure, I'm peachy." She poured the coffee, hands trembling from exhaustion. The man's eyes tracked the tremor, then drifted to the ultrasound photo tucked under the register, a grainy blob labeled Baby Boy Miller, 28 weeks. He didn't order food, just sat there, nursing the coffee, until the diner emptied again. Sarah forgot he was there, until closing time, when she found a $100 bill under the saucer. No note. She stared at it, heart racing. Tips like that didn't happen in a town where the average check was $6.50. She looked up to thank him, but booth 4 was empty. Only the faint scent of leather and cedar lingered. 3 nights later, the man was back. Same hoodie, same quiet corner. This time Sarah noticed the motorcycle helmet tucked under his arm, matte black, scuffed from real miles. She poured his decaf without asking. "You don't have to keep tipping like that," she said, sliding the 100 back across the table. "I can't pay it forward yet, but I will." He pushed it toward her again. "It's not charity. It's penance." His voice cracked on the last word. Sarah studied him then, really looked. The eyes were older than the rest of him, carrying a weight that didn't match the calm exterior. She'd seen that look in her own mirror since the day her fiancé walked out at 4 months pregnant. Penance for what? He hesitated. For not noticing people sooner. For having everything and still feeling empty. The diner's ancient radio crackled with a weather alert, tornado watch. Outside, thunder growled. Sarah's shift was supposed to end at 2, but the replacement never showed. She rubbed her lower back, wincing as the baby kicked hard against her ribs. The man stood. "Let me help close up." She started to protest. Strangers didn't mop floors, but he was already stacking chairs, movements efficient, practiced. When the last table was wiped, he pulled a worn leather jacket from his backpack and draped it over her shoulders. "It's pouring," he said. "Your car's the blue Civic with the busted taillight, right? I'll follow you home. Make sure you get there safe." Sarah wanted to argue, but exhaustion won. She nodded. The rain slashed sideways as they pulled into the trailer park. Sarah's double wide sagged under years of neglect, porch light long burned out. The stranger, still nameless, parked his bike under the lone oak and walked her to the door, umbrella angled to shield her belly. Inside, the place was chaos. Unpaid bills pinned under a ketchup bottle, a crib half assembled in the corner. Sarah flicked on a lamp, embarrassed. "It's not much, but it's mine." He didn't judge. Instead, he reached into his backpack and pulled out a thick manila envelope. "This is for you. No strings." Sarah's fingers shook as she opened it. Inside, a cashier's check for $50,000, a printed deed to a small house 3 miles away, paid in full, and a handwritten letter. "Sarah, I lost a child once. Before she was born, I didn't get to hold her, name her, or keep her safe. Every day, I carry that. This doesn't fix my past, but maybe it secures your future. The house is yours. The money is for whatever your son needs. Diapers, doctor bills, college someday. You don't owe me anything. Just promise me you'll let someone help you carry the weight when it gets too heavy. A friend who's been where you are. Tears blurred the ink. Sarah looked up, but the doorway was empty. Only the roar of a motorcycle fading into the storm. 6 months later, Rosie's Diner had a new sign. Sarah's Place. Now hiring. The ultrasound baby. Now a chubby, giggling Jonah, napped in a playpen behind the counter while Sarah, no longer waitressing, trained new staff. The deed had been real. The check had cleared. The house had a nursery painted the soft blue of a summer sky. Then one slow Tuesday, the bell jingled. Same hoodie, same quiet presence. But this time Sarah recognized him instantly. The beard was trimmed, the hood down. Keanu Reeves stood there holding a small gift bag. "I owed you a proper introduction," he said, voice barely above the hum of the fridge. "And maybe a slice of whatever pie smells that good." Sarah's laugh turned into a sob. She rounded the counter and hugged him. Awkwardly, fiercely, Jonah gurgling between them. Keanu's eyes glistened as he touched the baby's tiny fist. "You didn't have to hide," she whispered. "I wasn't hiding from you," he said. "I was hiding from the cameras. From a story becoming about me instead of you." He placed the gift bag on the counter. Inside, a tiny motorcycle onesie and a college fund statement already seated with another $100,000. The local news caught wind weeks later. Headlines screamed clickbait, but Sarah refused interviews. She posted one photo on the diner's new Instagram. Keanu cradling Jonah, both of them asleep on the couch in her little house. Captioned simply, "Some heroes don't wear capes. They wear hoodies and show up when no one's watching." Keanu never returned to claim credit. But every year on Jonah's birthday, a plain envelope arrives. No return address. Containing exactly enough for one more semester of whatever dream Sarah's son chases next. The world argues over whether it's really him. Sarah doesn't care. She knows the truth. Kindness doesn't need a spotlight. It just needs someone brave enough to notice the weight someone else is carrying and quietly, selflessly help lift it. Now it's your turn. Look around. Who in your world is pouring decaf with shaking hands? One small act, just one, could be the plot twist that rewrites their entire story. Hit that share button if this moved you, and let's keep the ripple going.